Good morning and welcome to the Wuxing Long Pai Taijiquan class. My name is Jeff Cote and I am the Occidental Taoist. If you haven't done this with us before, we go through a warm-up, we do some standing practices, some simple simple basic exercises from the system, the Wuxing Long Pai Taiji system. And then we go on and work on a piece of the form. The piece of the form we're working on is actually the last section of the long form. But you can learn from where you are. It's Tai Chi is a big circle. We just keep walking around it. It takes a while to really learn it and learn it well. And so we're just kind of dissecting pieces, so that's valuable because it teaches you about body mechanics and movement and the orientation we're coming from anyways. So let's start off with our feet roughly shoulder width and parallel. Just take a moment to feel where in your feet your weight is and put it within the triangle of the foot. The triangle comes across the ball of the foot to the heel. This is the load-bearing portion of the foot. We want our weight ideally in the center of that triangle. So I'll feel one triangle, feeling all three corners of it, and where my three primary contact points are for the triangle, and then bring my weight right to the middle of it. Then I'll go to the other side and I'll do the same thing, feeling all three contact points. And then I try to settle my weight down and let that triangle, the foot has this sort of suspension, from the arch and everything. I just try to let it settle and spread out. And then I spread my toes, reaching out, and just letting that kind of gather the ground. From there, I'm going to build my structure up to the center of the knee, make sure my knee is directly in line between my center and the triangle of the feet without me having to fight to hold it there. Right? So if you're at this width and it feels like you're fighting tension, narrow your foot a little bit, right? Or sink a little bit lower and let your legs hold more. Right? Notice when I sank, I didn't just sink this way, which is what a lot of people do. I will fold here as well so that my center line stays straight up and down. Okay. And that's an important orientation anyways. Place our tongue lightly on the roof of the mouth. Breathe in and out through the nose while we start just aligning the posture. Place our hands in front of the lower dantian down here, the lower energy center of operation that we're going to move and intend our actions from. And I just start off feeling from my center to the ground through the legs, and from my center through the top of my head through my center line. And I also let my awareness go from my center out to the ball and socket joints of the hips, and then make sure my weight is straight down from the shoulders so these right and left channels can relax into the legs. From there, I make sure I'm not propping and holding shoulders. Just drop them down, feeling the collarbone and the scapula that embrace the top of the rib cage. Just sit down on top of the rib cage like shoulder pads would sit on your shoulders. I open up the back of the neck by letting my chin go down ever so slightly, just to open up the back of the neck and elongate the spine. We're going to imagine there's a 1 pound weight hanging, or less even, an ounce weight hanging from the tip of the tailbone. And we're just going to relax and let that weight pull the spine open while we just gently open the back of the neck and aim the top of the head directly upward. Now, a lot of times when I say for people to do that, they start doing things like this because they're thinking in terms of looking from here, and they go that, trying to push their head up. And you can see what's going on here, like rolling back. Right? The chin should go down and the neck should go up. I'm hoping you can hear all that and that I'm not being too quiet. So once we have everything aligned, we place our hands in front of the lower dantian. We begin with an expansion. Now this basic expansion is really important because it's the sense of taking a deep breath in and letting our breath move through us and move us, like we're filling from the center out. Just what would that feel like if your center filled up with energy, and that energy just moved out and flowed through you, and you moved with it. And then you relax and sink back in again, back towards the center. Now we're inhaling and expanding. We're not just expanding to the sides. Pay attention to the front, expansion this way, as well as the back. Imagine you're expanding in all directions like a sphere from the center out, back in. We're going to expand one more time, but this time we're going to bounce when we come down. We're going to release and just start a bouncing action. And counter swing. Now we lift and drop, one hand in front, one hand in back. I'm paying attention to the whole structure, these right and left channels, the legs, the torso, how the two are interacting with the center line, all of it. And I'm just trying to relax and let things flow freely up and down and twist and turn, where there's no unnecessary tension. And column swing. And counter column swing. And relax. Sit down into your Jianzhuang stance. And we'll go through our 7 posture standing Qigong. Everybody's favorite. Just kind of review all the things of the Jianzhuang, the triangle of the foot, extension of the toes, outreaching, the gathering, the sinking, sort of receiving in the center. There's a buoyancy and an activation in the lower body. It carries up into the upper body, the shoulders, and arms. The center line is upright and elongated and relaxed. Open, the spine is open. Getting between that place of doing and not doing. You're not flaccid, you're active. You're active but zero tension. Reach out. Down, extending the palms down, fingers towards each other, and go out. And up till the palms are up. We try to make a clear conduit of relaxation and structure, stability and energy from the hands to the feet, feet to the hands along each right and left channel, opening up the central channel as we go, trying to hollow the body like a hollow column. You're going to become aware of all the excess and extra doings. Just drop them. If you notice a conflict, which is tension, discover what's generating it. Reduce the pressure until it becomes non-conflictual. And instead, you can learn to open up and release what's being held. And let the arms come down and out to the sides slowly. All the way down. Palms facing each other. Take a deep breath in. Hands into the mid-eyebrow point and letting your awareness move down. This next one, it's like we're making a triangle with our index finger and pinky, except that we're not touching. Palms are out. So they're pressing downward, and we're going to arc the arms up. We're going to bring the hands up a little bit, like as though we're pushing up this rounded surface. Okay. I'm going to sink into my legs and catch the weight of my arms as I come up. Mid-eyebrow level. Right? It only looks like they're above that from the camera angle. And let the weight of the arms come out, so the hands come out to shoulder width, and drop the elbows, palms down, or palms out, and then down. Palms towards each other, gather the chi to Tian Mo again, or the mid-eyebrow point, also called yin tong. Down. As though we're going to gather the chi for Wu Ji. And we're going to bend the elbows, turn the palms down, right about the level of the base of the throat. And we're gently extending down and out, letting gravity pull down and away, down and away. And then the palm energy, it's like we're pressing down these right and left channels. Press down. Gathering the chi all the way up and down. Then Wuji. So we reach out, so holding a tree or gathering. I'd like nothing better than to spend like 10 minutes in each of these postures. That would use up more than our time. So we're going to gather chi, just allow our awareness to look inwards at the center of the chest. And down to the lower dantian. Gather the chi one more time. Turning the fingers forward, palms down. So we're going to do Tai Chi beginning. Up. Roll down, press down to the level of the solar plexus. Arms parallel to the ground. And now we just sink. Let everything sink downward while the center line just gently extends up. Press down. Gathering the chi to the lower dantian. It's like you're just pressing down to that level and then gathering right here. In and down. Palms down. Extending the tailbone down, really working on rooting. And close. Bring the feet together. Shake it out for a moment. Hands, wrists, and fingers. The other way. Elbows. and shoulders. And reverse. Open and close the chest. Widen the feet just a little bit. Trunk twist, just a shift and turn, patting the waist and hip. And patting the waist again. And waist rotations. The other way. Letting your awareness move down to the hips, opening up the hips and legs. We're going to get a gentle pull as though we're pulling the ball and socket joint open and rotating through. Point open on this side, rotating back. The other way. Turning in. And out. Together, shake them out. Patting the legs. Moving the knees. Same thing on this side. And feet together. Small circles, central equilibrium. With keep your weight in the triangles of the feet. Don't lift up the heels. Don't go so far that you're lifting the foot. Just nice and smooth. And the other way. Deep bends. Keep the heels down so we come down and up. Look up at the far corner of the ceiling or the edge where the wall and ceiling meet or whatever, so that you're keeping your center line upright. Shake out your legs. Ankle and hip. The other way. Foot and ankle. Other way. Brushing the grass. Other way. Behind. Other way. How do you do this way? I have no idea. I might have. I might have done an extra one back there. Like out. Out to the side. And back. I'm going to touch the screen. There we go. And then fold. Come back across the legs, sink. And turn towards the front leg. Come on. Pick up the back leg. Heel down or knee down, heel back. Bring the hip forward while the knee goes back. And out and around. Rotating open. So exercising the muscles here, just extend and open. Utilizing all the muscles of the hip. Shake it out. Other side, ankle and hip. Other way. Foot and ankle. Other way. Brushing the grass. Other way. Behind. Now here, I'm really trying to brush with both, it's like I want to imagine as if I've got, a little bit of resistance, like I'm in mud, but I'm not fighting. I'm just stabilizing. And the other way. Share the screen again. Cross down, straight up and down. Turn towards that front leg. Heel back, knee down. Point the knee back, press the hip forward. And out. And around. Should get out. Straighten out the legs. Do the hamstrings. Flatten the back, lift the sacrum, fold the waist, and come down. Turn towards one side. Towards the other side. Reach behind and out. Two dragons circle the pond. Back to the center. Squat stance. Keep your heels down. Drop down into the squat stance. Spine upright. Rock into each leg. Place your hands down to the inguinal stretch. I know some of you in this particular class, there's at least one or two of you that actually like to do the suspension. So go ahead. And then back. Press up the legs and we'll hold the spine up, bottom to top. And dragon spine. This is that serpentine articulation of the spine. And close. So we've been working on the swimming dragon section of the long form. There we go. And I think we've been working on up to the elbow to each side, elbowing right and left. So what we're going to do is we'll flow through it up to that point. From the beginning, I'll face away because that seems to be the general consensus. Most people seem to like that. It's easier to follow along. I'll try to make the movements a little bigger than I would normally so you can see what they're doing and what they are. So we'll start off here. And dragon stretches his wings. So we sink, shift into the right leg, turn to the left, place the left foot down, straighten that leg, and look back. Back. Bring this foot back. Expand out. And back in. And remember, I'm making the moves a little big so you can see them, emphasizing them. Down. And I move into this front leg. Extend down. Around. Down. Power of the immortal. Both hands come up. See? Over the top. Left hand goes to the dantian. Power of the immortal. Press. Withdraw. Press. White egg presents the fruit. Turn. Everything slightly inward. White egg presents the fruit. Withdraw. White crane kicks with one leg. Up. Sink into the left. Kick with the right. Butterfly touches the water. Sweep past the right. Over the top. Left hand to shoulder, right hand to hip. Kick with the right leg. Left hand down, right hand out. Back in. Step out, turn the foot. Elbow left. Press. Elbow right. And split. Okay. So that little sequence from, I want you to be able to see the hands, so I'm kind of going back and forth, different facings, so you can see hands. Recognize I'm still using the same leg. So after I've done white egg presents the fruit, come back, white crane kicks with one leg. This is the part most people have trouble with, is this whole one-legged sequence. Sweep to the right, over, and down. Right hand to the hip, left hand to the shoulder. Left, press, right, split. Notice I'm not collapsing. This leg is supporting this left arm. The pressure. And open. Come to the left. And grasp the arm. When I come back in, I'm now going to turn this left leg in and press with the left hand. That again from this elbow. Elbow, split, open, and arm lock. Let's do it facing the other way. Elbow, split, do it from all different sides. Elbow split, open, and arm lock. One more time from here. Elbow split, open, arm lock. Now we shift back. Left hand goes out, right hand comes back. As I turn my weight, it's a natural turn. Boom. Press down, move into the ball of the foot, turn and look back at the moon. From the arm lock, shift back, rotate the right foot. As I do so, this extends, my body naturally turns. Across, and fair lady threads the shuttle. From this side, from the lock, turn and look back at the moon. Weight back. And press. Notice open, not collapsed. There's a twisting power through the torso, through this right side. Okay. All righty. Let's go through that sequence one more time. This time I'll face this way. Elbow split. Almost like I'm doing cloud hands, palms out, right? Split. But then here, I come under and press in. Pull back as I turn and look back at the moon. Place the foot, press out with hand, leg, and arm. Turn. There's a lot of repositioning of the feet in here. This whole section teaches you how to reposition, get different angles and everything without having to step if you don't want to, or you can't maybe because of locked in positions. You need to be able to turn and move and twist. And it's also really good for the health because it's just all that twisting. It really works the right channels for that. Okay? All right. If anybody has any questions about anything we covered, you'd like me to kind of like break up something or talk about where weight is or anything, send me a note, put it in the comments, whatever. I will check it out. Okay? And then I will try to respond. Let's close. Trisha, thank you guys very much for joining me in today's Wuxing Long Pai Taijiquan class. Remember, I've got another one of these on Thursday here on YouTube from 10 to 11 a.m. And then I've got a daily Qigong lesson, lunchtime lesson in Qigong from 12 to 12:30 on my Facebook, the Occidental Taoist page. You can catch that. And then I've got afternoon tea and chi with the Occidental Taoist one more time this week on Wednesday. That's tomorrow from 1 to 1:30. And that'll be the final one of that particular sequence because will have surpassed their incredible 5K. This is all part of the HMEA's, or at least that is part of the HMEA's charity organization. If you'd like to make a donation, help me continue doing this work, you can go to my coffee page. That's ko-fi.com/Occidental Taoist. Or if you just, you'd like to go to Patreon and see what else, I share some stuff over there to the public as well as for private. It's patreon.com/Occidental Taoist. Very simple, easy to remember. Trisha, thank you guys very much. Have a lovely day, and may you have many blessings of radiant health and peaceful, happy hearts. Thank you.
Hey, Dad.